a great power.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only out to the sea.
Tall snake, wing of worm, brew and ah, gracious patron. I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapors? Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies I feels ever seen.
Made a big change on your book with a wheel and a good stuff. Not in the mood for cheese. Excuses or home and a slice of lemon pie.
Quite down the market, it seems.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies I feels ever seen.
Quite down the market, it seems.
This will is disgusting. The folks in Hunters...
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
with another adulterous harpy. No doubt she's guilty as sin.
Another? I don't know. Blow of victory! Blow of victory!
You there, cut it out! Move along.
Greetings, greetings. Oh, that I am. You wouldn't be. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
I feel better already. Back on my feet again. Into the fray once more. You are but kindling for my triumphant blaze.
You there, cut it out!
Where's young Esmeralda these days? She has the softest lap to lay in. Oscar, yes. I remember a strange bird. He would talk at fine dining. Yes, a strange bird, as I'm sure you'll agree. By all means. The people make it fun. I am a magnet. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like a...
Made a big cheese on your throat with a wheel of the good stuff. Our that is many friends as the man with many cheeses. Made a big cheese on your throat with a wheel of the good stuff.
Fresh haddock. Perfect for fire.
Our that is many friends as the man with many cheeses.
May the goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe.
Hello again, or do a salutoin, as we say in our homeland.
Over here, sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching to
Come
share a
hither,
moment.
sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy.
work there, dear. You're tired, aren't you? I told you.
Come hither, sweetheart.
Look, the fuse is getting shorter. Stop it! It's freezing!
Oh, boom! You there! Back off! Bicky boom! One more step and Bicky boom!
No, don't go! Please help me! That thing is keeping me trapped here! It's crazy!
I knew my life as a sovereign would be self-indulgent. But so a handful. But then one day, a young woman visited my kingdom. She more prey.
Let me go!
What can I do for you? And so let the hunt.
The seven grant abundance. feel better already. On the men.
Once more, a great power, great your journey.
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister. Bloodstone, as powerful. Bloodstone, powerful. Bloodstone, powerful as it is sinister.
Ask her what they'll come without my distrusting so tossy cadaver elixirs and illusion scrolls to
Once more, a great power.
This isn't my chest, which somehow I knew.
Inside the heart of the sun.
Guardians mustn't listen to him. His every word is poison, such as no serpent has ever known.
What radiance burns from your being? Enough to scorch even the likes of me, I find. And that is no small feat. Most impressive, yes. Why, I am a soldier of fire. And does this landscape not befit me? I have lived here for eons. Since the first, we were invited here by a great leader, I believe. Yes, a leader. I'm sure it was. But the radiance of that time has never left me. Victory, blazing victory, adorned our heads like a crown of glorious... What do I know? Ha! Fire magic is me, and I am it. A far better question is, what would you like to know?
Did you know the theory is this? You are not you. Or rather, you are you, but you is not all there is to you. And that goes for both of you. But I see you're staring. I think that you carry two souls inside of you. One that belongs to the mortal human beings that you are now, and you remember that segment of the tapestry your efforts helped to mend, don't you? The two great generals? How they led the battle? It would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Your connection to the void, your presence here at the end of time. True, the mystery of star. As luck would have it, a new portal awaits. Perhaps answer. Well,
a second soul? Do you think it could be true?
Why not? You don't have to convince me there's something infinitely great innate to my being.
Aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you?
Huh. Yes. Just look. What have we here? A study? A library?
Guardians. Dear guardians. When I see your faces, it is like the barriers of time tumble in upon themselves. But oh, how my heart aches when I think of the duty you adopted. It was more than even the gods had the right to ask of you. You, in a raptured world, wherein all resolve had crumbled, you renounced life and liberty to stand. When I despair, I think of your sacrifice in my dark.
It's a good thing to be cherished.
Even though apparently we had to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
Holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn. About me. The Guardian's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden box, whose depths brought death into this world. I come no spy with purpose to explore or to disturb the secrets of your realm. But secrets of my own I bring. The secrets of another world, perhaps not lawful to reveal. I give not you for lost. From this descent, celestial virtues rising will appear more glorious and more dread than from no fall. I give not you for lost. From this descent, celestial virtues rising will appear more glorious and more dread than from no fall.
Both are. Marvelous. Your efforts have borne even more fruit. Anew, the Weaver's been hard at work with the thread Starstone has borne her, and a whole portion of history has been rewoven. Rejoice, my friends, rejoice, for now we witness it.
After the war was won, the Void Dragon remained a great threat to all existence. And so, upon the anvil of creation, the God Box was crafted. The void was locked within, but still the question remained: who would guard the box? The two generals offered themselves. They would give up life and glory to stand sentinel. Transformed into immortal beings, they would be the Void's eternal guardians. They placed the box and the guardians in the First Garden, home of Astarte and of the world's most beautiful power, Source. For time immemorial, the guardians stood by the God Box, no longer human in body or in mind, but duty personified.
I salute you, my master. Other elementals lie in wait until with a word you command them to action. Which one of them, pray, has your preference?
You'll have to speak to the statue before we know what you'll find through the portal.
And that is your final choice?
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed.
Thy will be done.
This place is positively brimming with the surge of storm and lightning.
So that is who we were. Demigod guardians of the God Box.
That is not who we were. That is who they were. The ones that hijacked our souls.
stone commanders, I do apologize for the state your homestead is currently in. That's right. These red little blighters appeared as out of nowhere when another one of the portals became active. God 7 or 700. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's imps. I know, but really, they're zany, they're exasperating, they're unpredictable, and they have about as much use for history as a professional clairvoyant has. Band of... Why, I'm not one of them. Not one of those exiles that were Sina, but talk to them if you must hear their history. I haven't the stomach for the vagaries of... No. What I need is the sound of a symphony, a whiff and a swig of old tasty wine.
I sense an eerie presence here.
You do not disappoint. I knew you'd come this way. No, you do not disappoint. Something much more harmful still. You have our thankfulness, our eternal gratitude, the acknowledgement of the relent, Guardians, relent. You did your duty long.
Duty? I wonder what he meant by that.
And I wonder why we had the thanks of those that long for the end of time.
I didn't expect to find the likes of you here. Fallen stars, forgotten angels from on high. How long? But you've changed quite considerably, I see. Yes, the divine is but a glimmer in the farthest reaches of your gaze. Well, perhaps I can help you. One of yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better. Butcher giving you dirty looks. Beggars spitting at your feet. I can certainly help you with that. But you'll have to offer me something in return. I'd quite like to help you, my friend. But unless you've a mark of ability to spare, no deal can be struck. Quite the undertaking, isn't it? Wrenching such information from your every limb and organ won't be easy, my friend. No, this task will carry a considerable price. You're quite sure? Are you? A sweeter sound than sings from... Yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better. I'd quite like to help you, my friend. But unless you've a mark of ability to spare, no deal can... Yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better. Quite the undertaking, isn't it? Wrenching such information from your every limb and organ won't be easy. You're quite sure, are you? A sweeter sound than sings from that quartet I've never heard.
radiance burns from your being. Enough to scorch even the likes of me, I find. And that is no small feat. Most impressive, yes, most impressive indeed. Take care, my friend.
I feel better already.
Follows my vision like a confused... How can I help you, my friend?
You've returned, my brilliant one. We were in but the raid. What do I know? Ha! Fire magic. Take care, my friend.
What's going to leak through? Who knows what wonder awaits? You
A second soul. Do you think it could be true?
Why not? You don't have to...
Yes.
awaits you.
What have we here? A study? A library?
Guardians. Dear, but oh, interrupt when I just...
It's a good thing to be cherished.
Even though apparently we have to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn. About me I come, which when to ask or search, I blame thee not.
The Weaver's been hard at work with the rejoice.
After the war was won...
I salute you, my master. Other than that is your...
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed.
Thy will be done.
So that is who we were.
Demigods, immortals. I like what I'm hearing.
As do I.
This place is positively brimming with the surge of storm and light.
As good a place as any for an air elemental to set up shop.
I sense an eerie presence here.
Yes.
Not you.
Daniel's spine. Demons.
I did my duty. I wonder what he meant with that.
But you change quite yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and piece my autobiography will hardly serve.
For millennia, the God Box was flanked by the two devoted guardians. But Astarte's playmate, a creature called the Trife, turned her attention to the forbidden box. I may know a way to destroy what's inside, hissed the scheming creature. Together, we can set the guardians free. Open its lid, Astarte, and we can have a look together. Astarte trusted her friend and assented. She pitied the Guardians and welcomed a chance to free them. "Let me help you," she whispered into the ear of one. "I know your duty, but you both deserve a chance at freedom." "Haven't you suffered enough of this chore?" she asked the other. "Look, your companion is free already." The Guardians, unaccustomed to such attention, started. She had planted a seed of curiosity within them, rekindled a desire that had, for eons, lain dormant. Slowly, they glanced at one another, and the Trife's trap was sprung.
You, my master. Other elementals lie in wait, and that is your final choice.
You know what a great jokes. Oh,
yes, it is.
Yes, indeed.
Thy will be done.
Before we know what you'll find through the portal.
We were seduced, then. Tricked into neglecting our duty for the brief...
All we did was glance at one another. If that's a sin, there's not an innocent in all the world.
That box contained the...
Oh, it's so cold here.
Dearest Guardians, how I rejoice at the sight of your growth, both in power and in prowess. And yet I cannot help... Oh, in the end you are like infants still. Infants that would perish with a broken wail, but you always were like children, weren't you? As are we all in the eyes of the gods. How foolish even the divines can be.
I do feel like each other, being kept in the dark about so many things.
I guess we'll...
By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come home. Does my brilliant frost beguile you? I am ice, of course. A soldier of ice, to be explicit. And this is... Could I be more explicit? This place is of your essence. Can't you? Of course. Alongside my opposite, the eternal fire. We were summoned in service of a goal great... Those were times of great proportions. The forces of nothingness pitted against those of life, and naught but us. Your home, your rules, naturally. What would you like to know? Off to explore your abode, are you?
On the mend.
As good as a new penny. On the mend.
Bless the seventh. I am restored.
Into the fray once more.
Back on my feet again.
Say, have you seen my magic box?
Good as a new penny.
It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to traffic humans and
A moment of your time, if it pleases you. I have been pondering and brooding, deliberating and deducting, and I have come to the conclusion that I may well know who our true enemy is. Now, our foe is the Void, of course, the usurper of time and space. But more dangerous, I think he still lives. The one that set it all in motion. The one you've met here in the... Yes, him. It. The one who does not look quite like he used to. The one, as a writer, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. But even then, please don't be... What we see here, in what was once your house, is most certainly real. Oh, he dwells somewhere. He must. It is a creature of blood and bloodlust. of...
Plot as much as it wants. We won't...
We shouldn't get overconfident, though. There's more to that thing than meets the eye.
Impressive. A smithy...
Good of you to drop by. She told me you had grown, you know. That simpleton of a girl. She felt the need to inform me of the fact I could have plucked out those dewy eyes of hers and thrown them into a frying. But enough of this small talk. Yes, I have been watching you and my amusement. When you do, I'll be there. Drawing...
We must be getting on his nerves. Excellent.
I'll never look at a fried egg in the same way ever again, though.
on the shelter plane. A home away from home. Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void. I honestly don't know. Most certainly. So you have. They are yours now. The chosen... I can't think of a better better place to... That must be the Hall of Flames. Got it in... Perhaps it will inspire you, too. Much can be learned from elementals. Their forces are prime, quite. The whole tempest and lightning, storm, no more than that she is privy to secrets even I have a... She'll ask you for a price for such information. One can't quite get around demons these days. Luckily, old Moloch is as gentle as... Well, not a lamb exactly, more as a starved lion. But that is still exceptionally meek as demons. His powers are formidable. But don't like you, she is a mystery. But she seems to know you. Magnificent, isn't it? The anvil of creation, as Lady Time calls it. Don't be too intimidated by the fact that the divine... It shall be my pleasure. How very right you are. These thoughts have been, from what I can gather, the generals were put in charge of the God Box, but they must have faltered. Perhaps that faltering could explain why their souls were loosed. I think he is an ancient being, so very old he outstripped. Perhaps that is why, I conjecture, he may well regard all that is as we know what he did. He befriended Astarte and fed her. He longs for a return to a pre-creational state. For the death of the god, did you? Most wonderful. Could I have a quick read? Yes. The Temple of the Source. I've heard of such a place, buried deep within the forbidden confines of a cursed phantom forest. But first you should go to Hunter's Edge, the village that borders those haunted woodlands. That is where Zandalore lives, the wit of all the wicked things. The one you'll have to redouble your efforts, my friend. You'll have to find more stars, like the imp said to the ballista operator. Shoot! Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a star. Just like yourselves, starstones are curiously absent from history. Both from what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign in ruins, caves, the lairs of long forgotten. Neither do I. But the mere fact that activated starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again, this in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation. Quite a card, isn't she? I never know whether that one's going to offer us. She and I have run in this. Quite glad you brought her here, I am.
I have seen the void, and it haunts me.
How might I serve our mission? Threads I weave and tales. She is one whose history is shrouded in darkness. He is the instigator. He is the beginning of all ends. The birth father of death. The threads I can clearly... But how can this be now that you stand before me a human, a mortal? How far has your soul fled from the being? Her story, once upon a time, wherever they hid, she found them. What plans they thought most secretive. Moloch, not always. You saw the fear in his eyes. The
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent?
Once more, a great power, great your journey. Once more, a great power, great one. Your ascension is not your journey.